Hi guys, how you doing? So with Haikyuu finally ended after 8 years of publication, I feel like it's empty inside. It's not so often that we get to see a high-octane, high-action anime like Haikyuu, especially in the sports playing volleyball, since in real life it's practically a fast game. So it's nice to see that it's adapted into the anime. Anyone feels like they want to play volleyball every time after watching the anime? Leave those comments down below. Now, to be honest, I've rarely read any sports manga. Besides Haikyuu, I've only read like Ice Shield 21 back like 10 years ago or something, and some badminton anime called Hanebado, which honestly felt like a mediocre story to me. Then I've started to read Blue Lock a few weeks back. Now, the plot of the story is simple. After the exit from the 2018 World Cup, a member of the Japan Football Association wants to make a plan to revamp the way the soccer teams form and perform in the field, but got turned down by the old guards of the association. Thus, she, alongside coach Jinpachi Igo, form an academy of some sort for top players across Japan in order to select the best of the best to represent Japan for the next World Cup, and among them lies our protagonist Yoichi Isagi. Now, what really strikes me and interests me from reading Blue Lock is basically this is different from the typical sports anime, where usually they have the common trope and cliche, like the protagonist helping their senpais for the last tournament of their third year to qualify for the nationals. Then another trope like the new team or former giant teams that on the rise to this first year junior who is the missing piece puzzle to the team. You'll know what I say when you watch or read enough sports anime. Now, Blue Lock is essentially the combination of playing soccer and futsal style and with elements of a battle royale style. Yes, you heard that right. The story is basically gathers all 300 of the top strikers in Japan and essentially they duke it out from each other in form of teams and sometimes playing a solo, duo or 5v5 and weed out the weakest of them until one remaining and became the top strikers to represent for Japan. Now, from what I've noticed from reading Blue Lock, is the main theme of the story is centered around being an ego striker. Since in the world of football, being an egoistic person is one of the weapons that a striker can have because being able to believe in your own abilities and powers and not too reliant on your teammates can make a difference between winning and losing. And so far for the protagonist, Isagi is within the story is kind of mediocre and talented, but not that talented of a player within those striker pools, and technically had no ego in the first place, hence why he's here in Blue Lock in the first place. But like any other protagonist of a sports manga, his ability is to be able to read the entire play in the field and predict 2-3 steps ahead, kinda like a conventional playmaker in the football field that can produces chances for the team but rarely converts them for his own. But as far as the story goes on, his ego and ability is getting better and better, and I suspect he's one of the best or maybe better sports main character alongside Hinata and Sina from I Shield 21. Now, the premise and formula of this manga is a very different taste from the rest of the typical sports manga, and that really intrigues me. And also, the storyline, characters, and the development is really good. Not to mention, there isn't that much cliche and tropes typically found in sports manga. It also references some of the world's famous football players, such as Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pele, and also the Japanese players like Shinji Kagawa and Minamino. Now, the art, in my opinion, is nothing too crazy or too complex, but the way the artists draw the eyes and its detail really captures the intensity and craziness of the characters, the eagerness of them, and also the overall design and main and side characters are really well done and unique from each other. Now, overall, I think Blue Lock, had would be adapted into anime sometime in the near future, has the potential to be one of the best sports anime, especially in football sports alongside Captain Tsubasa. But given the current chapters is enough for probably 2.5 seasons, I guess we'll probably wait for end of this year or the next year before we heard any announcement. Production IG Studios that does the Haikyuu anime would do wonders for this type of animation, since bluelock is as fast-paced and high-action as Haikyuu. So, what do you guys think? Do you think bluelock has the potential to be one of the great football manga alongside Captain Tsubasa? Leave your comments down below. And then, like this video and subscribe and ring the bell for more notification for more of my manga and possibly anime and manhwa and light novel and web novel games. I had time to do them. And please check out my previous videos that I have discussed before on mangas and animes that you may find really like and want to check them out. This is the enthusiast signing out.